Kuantan Singingi Regency, Riau Province, is famous for the tradition, namely Pacu Jalur. At this event, the traditional Kuansing food, namely Konji Barayak, will be served. Each village in Kuantan Singingi names Konji Barayak with different names, such as in Lubuk Jambi, it is called Konji Anak Loba. In Bukit Kauman, it is known as Konji Tundo, and in Sangau, it is named Konji Paisi. Konji Barayak is a traditional food from Kuantan Singingi Riau, which has a chewy texture like cendol, with thick coconut milk and sweet taste. Making Konji Barayak is very easy. We need prepare some ingredients. The ingredients are rice flour, sugar, salt, water, and coconut milk, and it can be completed with whiting and pandan leaves. How to make it? Firstly, boil coconut milk in a large iron skillet, namely kancha. After the coconut milk boiling, take enough coconut milk with a dipper and pour it into the rice flour mixture. Stir the dough until we blend it. Don't be too hard or too runny. Next, put the sieve on top of the boiling coconut milk. Take the rice flour mixture with a scoop and pour it over the sieve. Use the bottom of the dipper to flatten the dough that is placed on the sieve by moving back and forth so that a 4 until 5 centimeters long dough is formed which falls into the boiling coconut milk. Stir it continuously and add sugar, salt, and pandan leaves. Keep stirring until the dough in the coconut milk floats. After everything floats, it indicates that the Konji Barayak is ready. Then serve it while warm. Konji Barayak is so special in the heart of the Kuantan Singingi people, not in the taste nor in the packaging, but in the tradition attached to this Konji Barayak, namely Bakonji tradition. Bakonji tradition is a tradition of cooking porridge when working together to build a house, welcoming guests or important community leaders in the area, and during major celebration in the local area. In this tradition, men work to build house, while women are busy cooking Konji Barayak's porridge. When the men mix the cement, the women are in charge of stirring the coconut milk soup for Konji Barayak porridge. Until the break time, Konji Barayak was served and eaten together. Bakonji tradition reveals and elevates the extraordinary meaning of mutual cooperation. Through this tradition, society gets rid of human individualism and puts forward togetherness. Whether it's men and women, to youths and children, get together, work together, joke, strengthen relationship, and eat food together. The sweet taste of Konji Barayak really illustrates how sweet the atmosphere is. This value is not possessed by contemporary food, so it is appropriate for the community to appreciate and recognize the traditional food which is full of this meaning.
Arsik fish is a traditional food originating from the Toba Batak community in the Toba Samosir North Tapanuli areas north Sumatra. It is said that this food has been around for a long time and has been passed down by their ancestors from generation to generation. in the tradition of the Batak people. This food is not just ordinary food, but also has values and philosophies between it. Arsik fish is usually served for certain traditional ceremonies, in customary presentation. There are special procedures for serving this one food, so it should not be done carelessly so as not to lose the sacred value in it. Even so, this does not mean that this food should not be consumed on a daily basis. Arsik fish can also be enjoyed at any time without having to wait for traditional ceremonies to be held. But of course the essence in it will certainly be different. Deknani arsik, which means dried fish, is one of the traditional foods of the Batak tribe. This food, better known as arsik fish, is a symbol of the gift of life for the Batak people. Arsik fish is presented in several Batak life cycle ceremonies, such as at weddings and births. Ingredients needed to make arsik fish or goldfish: lemongrass, Batak, chives, tamarind dissolved in water, red chilies, turmeric, ginger, hazelnut, andaliman, shallot, salt, and garlic. How to cook arsik fish: first, mix the fish with the spices that have been mashed until they are even. Then put in a row the fish that has been seasoned: lemongrass, Batak, onions, tamarind, water. After that, put it on the fire while stirring occasionally. Cook until cooked and the water dries up. Remove from heat. The types of spices and spices used in the traditional Batak Toba foods usually come from the natural resources of the Toba Batak people and are usually not too difficult to find. Every spice and seasoning used in traditional food generally has the same meaning as each type of spice. Namely, to add to the taste of food, and each type of spice has chemical content that is good for body health. The most typical type of spice from this traditional Toba food is Kedidu andaliman, which has a chemical content that is good for body health and a spicy taste that describes the tough and firm character of the Batak people. Nani arsik means to be marcicized or dried. In other words, Deknani arsik fish that is continuous until the broth is dried. The seasoning absorbs into the goldfish. If the cooking process is correct, Nani arsik can last 2 days without a basis. Nani arsik is important in Batak traditional ceremonies which are related to the life cycle. Odd numbers have their own meaning in the traditional arsik fish delivery program, where the number of fish has a meaning. 1 tail is for newly married couples. 3 tails are for couples who have just had children. 5 of them are for couples who have recently had grandchildren. 7 tails are intended for the leader of the Batak nation.